Former U.S. Secretary of State Mike Pompeo whipped up a firestorm earlier this month when he said the U.S. should grant formal diplomatic recognition to Taiwan. However, another former U.S. official, William Stanton, who served as the de facto U.S. ambassador to Taiwan, warned that such a move would outrage China, adding that the American Institute in Taiwan already functions like an embassy. It's more important to take practical and concrete steps to strengthen bilateral relations, he said.
There's no question that Taiwan deserves worldwide diplomatic recognition.
Even though he thinks Taiwan should be recognised by the international community, former AIT Director William Stanton thinks that if the US grants Taiwan diplomatic recognition, Taiwan will be the one that bears the brunt of any fierce backlash from China. He said at this juncture, practical support from the US is key in US Taiwan relations.
Although AIT is not called an embassy, I can assure you, as someone who served for 34 years as a U.S. diplomat, it functions like an embassy in every way. Meanwhile, instead of just rhetorical support, the United States needs to undertake practical, concrete steps that will strengthen its relationship with Taiwan and also Taiwan's defensive capabilities.
A Japanese scholar holds similar views. Taiwan expert Yoshiyuki Ogasawara says that although the US does not formally recognise Taiwan, it has enacted the Taiwan Relations Act, which means that regardless of whether the US gives Taiwan formal diplomatic recognition, the Taiwan-US relationship will be unaffected. He also thought Japan should expand its exchanges with Taiwan, which would be of considerable use in curbing any potential emergency Taiwan might encounter. In addition, in the context of the Russo-Ukrainian war, China has realised that the costs of an armed attack are too high, which has disrupted its previous plans of taking the island with ease. He thinks Taiwan needs to maintain the status quo to prevent China finding any pretext to unleash its army on the island. Currently, this is the most sensible way to protect itself.
We can develop a situation of mutual benefit with other countries with closer, high-level relations, or even tying together some aspects of their national security and Taiwan's high-tech industry, and then we can go and promote substantive bilateral cooperation. In this area, if Taiwan were to meet with an emergency, it would mean other countries' security would also be in trouble. If the bilateral relationship can be even more stable, and if there can be security cooperation, then Taiwan's security would be tantamount to other nations' security. Under such circumstances, it would be better for Taiwan to have such practical security guarantees.
All in all, Shen agreed with the two experts from Japan and the US, pointing out that Taiwan needed to strengthen and develop practical relations with other countries in order to ensure the nation's security and stability.